Alrighty, so we got Charles Jourdain versus Marcelo Rojo. I believe I'm pronouncing Rojo's name correct. So Rojo's the newcomer. He's faced some good competition outside the UFC, so he's definitely ready for the level of competition that's going to be thrown at him. But yeah, this is a short notice fight. And what weight class? It must be at 145. So yeah, so Marcelo must be going up a weight class. And he's coming off an 18-month layoff as well, so it might be a little bit rusty. But yeah, we'll break down the striking of these two, see what we can find. Alright, for Charles Jourdain, he will switch between stance. He's very fast twitch, and he keeps that explosion for 15 minutes, so he's just very fast. He's a very athletic dude. For Rojo, he likes to keep that lead hand outstretched to gauge distance. But yeah, you just got to watch out for that because Jourdain comes with these, winging overhands, so you just got to watch out for that going over the guard. But, same with Rojo, he wings his overhand as well, but I would say Jourdain has better strike and defense. Marcelo also has a decent calf kick when he's versing an orthodox opponent, but yeah, as we said, Jourdain likes to switch stances, so if one stance were to be compromised, he'd probably just switch to the other one, but it still could be a useful weapon in this fight. So for Jourdain, he, when he's in southpaw, he'll usually go for that body kick, because generally his opponent's in orthodox. But if his opponent comes out southpaw, he'll go for the body kick just in orthodox. He's got a nice low kick as well in orthodox, throws it up high at times. He will go airborne with the flying knee every now and then, can get a little predictable of, when he's looking for it, but, he does get up pretty quickly. He's got hops. And yeah, as I said before, he wings his punches, so he's just got to tighten things up a little bit. Well, it kind of goes with his style, I guess. It's just a ball of energy, pretty much. And yeah, he can overextend on his punches, especially the overhand left when he's in southpaw. And he can get too over-aggressive just on the feet in general and walk onto takedowns, especially like a blast double. So in the grappling department, Marcelo, he's not a huge. He generally likes to keep it on the feet. He generally likes to keep it on the feet. But yeah, his guard is easily passed, and he does give up his back to escape from bottom or just the clinch. So, Jourdain could definitely mix in his grappling here. He generally likes to keep it on the feet as well. And he has a nice guillotine to defend takedowns, guillotine trap. And he, when he does get taken down, he has good get-ups. He keeps everything nice and tight, and he's actually very fundamental in his get-ups, which is surprising. But yeah, for Marcelo Rojo, when he does go for takedowns, he leaves that neck open pretty much. He leaves space between his head and the opponent's hip. So I think that's how John Castaneda caught him, but he's been caught with it a few times, I believe. That's why I've put it down now. So how these guys lose their fights. For Rojo, I'm not sure if this is, this isn't really proven or not, but just the way a few of his knockouts looked on the regional scene, it looks like he has crazy power, like Ngannou power. The way either the opponent's taken a dive, or he has insane power. So I guess we'll see here. But he seems to have pretty decent power in his, slapping right overhand. He throws it kind of like Tyron Woodley does. But he seems to have an effect that Ngannou would have on these fighters. So yeah, we'll see how it looks in the UFC. He's coming up a weight class anyway, but just a few of his knockouts in recent fights, they've just looked real devastating. For Jourdain, he's got nice kicks, good kicking game in general. He's very athletic, and he's durable as well. He's got decent cardio, decent chin. Yeah. Alright, so how these guys lose their fights. For Jourdain, when he gets taken down, when he versus a decent grappler, and just when he's controlled in grappling situations, or is kind of, nullified and not able to use his athleticism and all his, physical talents. And for Marcelo Rojo, he has poor takedown defense. and that's generally how he loses fights. He gets taken down and controlled on the mat. Alright, path to victory for these two. Alright, for Marcelo Rojo, with the leg kicks, slow down that movement of Jourdain. Clinch knees as well. He's got decent clinch knees. For Jourdain, just pretty much look to keep it at distance, land that body kick. When you switch southpaw, leg kicks in orthodox, and yeah, looks like, you can mix in your grappling as well. Actually, mix it up with a few takedowns when Marcelo just comes forward a little bit too aggressively. So how I see this fight going, I think it should be a really entertaining fight. I think Marcelo will be coming forward, looking to feint his way in. Jourdain, blitzing with haymakers. Also at distance, Jourdain will be pretty much blasting him with kicks non-stop. Rojo doesn't have the wrestling threat that Jourdain's struggled with in his UFC career so far, so I don't see him having too much success with his grappling. But yeah, this fight's, likely to be competitive, and it will be like, I wouldn't be surprised if either of them scored a knockdown, because they both can be a little reckless. But ultimately, I believe, it'll be the full 15 minutes. I think it'll go to decision, and I think Jourdain's kicks and just his general volume on his strikes, but also the flashier strikes as well, are going to be going to Jourdain. So I think that's just going to play in the judges' minds, and I think he'll get the decision. I think it might be a little closer than the line indicates right now, but yeah, I'll probably have Jourdain probably either 55 to 60% of the time. That's how confident I am in the guy. But I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to split decision and it's a very close fight. So yeah, let's have a look at the betting lines. Alright, so, Jourdain, pretty juiced favourite, which, fair, I get it. I think the line's a little bit wide, so if I were to play anything, it'd probably be the dog in Rojo, but yeah, I don't know. I want to see a little bit more from Rojo before I bet him at all, but, if you like taking punts, I like a good punt, but I'm just not getting that. I'm just not getting a winner's vibe from Rojo. I think he's gonna not have the greatest career in the UFC. But yeah, definitely, he's a decent fighter, but I just don't think he's gonna beat many UFC level fighters. But yeah, I think the value is probably with Rojo, and I think Jourdain wins by decision though.